In a valley nestled between towering mountains, where the mist clung to the trees like a soft, gray blanket, lived a giant named Orin. He wasn't a fearsome giant, but a lonely one. His heart, once warm and full of laughter, had turned to stone after a great sorrow befell the land. The valley, once vibrant and green, grew gray and silent, reflecting the giant's heavy heart. Flowers refused to bloom, and the river whispered mournful tunes. Living in the heart of a single, resilient buttercup was a tiny fairy named Pip. With wings like stained glass and a spirit brighter than any star, Pip couldn't bear the sadness that draped the valley. She watched the giant sit day after day, a mountain of sorrow himself, and knew she had to do something. The elder fairies warned her, "This heart is stone, little one. It cannot be mended." But Pip believed that no heart was ever truly lost. One morning, with a thimbleful of morning dew for courage, Pip flew straight to the giant's enormous ear. "Hello up there," she chirped, her voice a tiny bell in the vast silence. Orin grumbled, a sound like shifting rocks. He hadn't heard a voice so cheerful in 100 years. He tried to brush her away, but she zipped and danced in the air just out of reach. "Why is your heart so heavy?" she asked, landing on his colossal knuckle. Orin looked at the tiny, shimmering creature. He hadn't spoken of his sorrow to anyone. He told her of the beautiful songbird, his dearest friend, whose music had once filled the valley. One day, the songbird flew away and never returned, and with its departure, all the music and color in Orin's world vanished, turning his heart to stone. Pip listened, her own tiny heart aching for him. "But keeping it stone won't bring the music back," she said gently. "It only keeps the silence in." Day after day, Pip visited Orin. She told him stories of the sunbeams dancing on the river, of the secret whispers of the wind, and of the brave little buttercup she called home. She brought him tiny gifts, a glistening pebble, a feather soft as a cloud, a single drop of sweet nectar. Slowly, something began to change. A crack appeared in the stone around Orin's heart. He started to notice the world beyond his grief, the determined way a single flower pushed through the hard soil. The persistent light of the stars. He began to speak more, sharing his memories not with sorrow, but with a gentle fondness. He told Pip how his friend the songbird used to sing a special tune that made the very mountains hum. One day, Pip asked, "Can you remember the tune, Orin?" The giant closed his eyes. A low rumbling started deep in his chest. It was clumsy at first, but as he remembered, the melody grew stronger, clearer. It was a beautiful, melancholic tune, but it was music nonetheless. As he hummed, the stone around his heart crumbled away, revealing a heart that, while scarred, was beating and warm once more. The moment the music returned to the giant, the valley awakened. The river began to sparkle, the trees shook off their gray cloaks, and flowers of every color burst into bloom. And high in the sky, drawn by the familiar melody, a songbird appeared, followed by a whole flock, filling the air with a joyous chorus. Orin's friend had returned, bringing new friends to share their music. The giant's laughter boomed through the valley, a sound of pure joy. He looked at the tiny fairy perched on his finger. "You did it, little one," he rumbled, a happy tear splashing into the valley and creating a new, sparkling pond. "You showed me that a heart is not meant to be a stone, but a home for memories and new songs." And from that day on, the valley was the most vibrant and musical place in the world, all thanks to a tiny fairy who believed in the power of a giant's heart. Thanks for watching our story today. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more magical tales. We'll see you in the next video.